Napoleon is born on the 15th of August 1769 as the second of 8 children of the family Bonaparte in Corsica. Thanks to his father who fought for the freedom of Corsica, the idea of freedom plays an important role. Between 1779 and 1785, he first visits the cadet school in Brienne and then, due to his outstanding achievements, the École Royale Militaire in Paris. In 1785, immediately after his school education, he begins his career at the armed forces. In the same year, his father dies and he has to take care of his family. In the summer of 1789, the French Revolution begins, one of the most important events in European history. Napoleon, impressed by the idea of liberty, joins the revolution and fights on the side of the revolutionary troops against the royalists who stand up for the monarch. Napoleon owed his rapid career to this revolution. In 1793, he successfully led the artillery of the revolutionary movement in the Battle of Toulon against the royalists. Then he is promoted to brigadier.
The breakthrough comes 1796 with the leadership of the Italian campaign and the victory against Austria, as well as the occupation of Belgium, Lombardy and the Rhine. At the same time he marries Josephine de Beauharnais. In 1798 he directs the Egyptian expedition. With this campaign he achieves the detachment of Egypt from the Ottoman Empire and awakens interest in Egypt. His great popularity helps to overthrow the revolutionary government in 1799. On the 13th of December 1799 he is elected as the top of 3 consuls for 10 years. As the ruler of France, he now causes many reforms in judiciary, in the military and in education. On the basis of this, he writes the first civil code, the Code Civil. In 1802 he is appointed as consul for life, and in 1804 he crowns himself as emperor. But that is not enough for him. Like his model Charles the Great, he wants to dominate Europe, and therefore pushes forward his aggressive expansion policy. He conquers Holland as well as Italy, and his brothers became kings of the vassal states. He orders legal reforms in the subjugated areas, especially in German areas. Napoleon's greatest military success came in 1805. In the Battle of Austerlitz, he defeats the 2 kingdoms, Austria and Russia. With the peace treaty of Pressburg, he puts the Holy Roman Empire, the German nation, over the edge. In order to defeat Great Britain next, Napoleon creates a new form of war, the economic war. On the 21st of November 1806, he imposed the Continental Barrier, which is responsible for the import stop of all British goods. Napoleon reaches the peak of his power with the victory against Prussia in Jena and Auerstedt in 1807. He allies himself with the Russian Tsar Alexander I in the Treaty of Tilsit. In addition, he gets divorced from Josephine and marries Marie-Louise, the daughter of the Austrian Emperor. Shortly afterwards, she gives birth to his only legitimate son, Napoleon II. But due to his thirst of power, Napoleon breaks the alliance with Russia in 1812 and tries to conquer Moscow in the Russian campaign. But this is the beginning of his great downfall. Russia allied itself with Prussia and Austria, and Napoleon loses the famous Battle of Leipzig in 1830. On the 31st of March 1814, Paris is taken. Napoleon resigns and is sent to the Mediterranean island of Elba. He can escape to France, regains some troops and comes to power again. He rules for 100 days but is defeated in the Battle of Waterloo on the 18th of June. Now Great Britain banishes him to the British island of St. Helena in the Atlantic Ocean. Napoleon Bonaparte dies there on the 5th of May 1821. Since 1814, his bones are kept under the Dôme des Invalides in Paris.